Bronny James, obviously, who is now the topic of media. Every media, NBC, I mean, NBA, ESPN, ABC, the TNT, everywhere is the rumor because he declared for the NBA draft while maintaining college eligibility and transfer eligibility, but he is declared he 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 he
Rest in peace, English.
what's the word? Anyways, my bad. He declared the NBA draft this year for the mock draft, so he wants to join the NBA. That's what it means. And currently, right now, they're in the draft combine, in Chicago. Pretty sure it's Chicago, and obviously, he's training to be an NBA player. But there's a lot of rumors that will he make it? Will he be a good NBA player? Obviously, he had a cardiac arrest earlier on in the college on court, and obviously he had his heart health issues, so he averaged 4.6 points per game, 2.8 assists, and 2.1 still rebounds per game. So he's not really an NBA type caliber prospect. But now there's questions everywhere. There are scouts in the combine asking if Bronny can really handle the pressure of the NBA. Obviously, averaging. He recently saw the shooting practice he had when he dropped 19 of 25 threes with 12 in a row. That was pretty much a good fun NBA player because it was a pretty good performance. But yesterday he dropped about 4 points. 4 points. I think he had 2 assists as well. He had 0 of 10 shooting, and he wasn't really that NBA type. And today I watched some NBA Today scouts reports that were like, this guy is not fit for the league. He's not ready. Yes, he has some pull-up jump shots. He can read the game, but he doesn't have the quality to look for open spaces. When he's double teamed, he doesn't know what to do. And he's supposed to be, at his height, 6'1", he should be a good defensive player, but everyone who's 6'2" and above, when it's 1v1, it's pretty much buckets. So his defensive caliber is also not just as it. He's not ready for the NBA. Do you think he is, or do you think he's not?
First of all, look, we right now what we're doing is media, right? But at the same time, I think I have a little bit of hate for some media, right? Because I think when you are talking about the NBA draft, right, and what is, somebody who is ready for NBA ready, people look at numbers only, right? But they don't look at everything else that goes into it. People don't forget, this is business, right? And in business, every strategy has a counter strategy. And also, when you invest in something, right, you look at things that have potential, not just one thing because this person can do this and that. No. There are multiple factors that allows you to see the potential of somebody. But I think for me, he is ready. Now the how becomes the question, right? This kid is mature as anybody you ever meet, right? I don't know how I would be if I was the son of the king. And the narrative now is being about the son of who? Of LeBron, right? Not Bronny doing his thing, right? And he voiced that out, which I think the way he said it was so calmly and the message was well heard, but people don't still stop, right? But let's talk about the being ready part. Steph Curry, undersized, rushing too short. He will forever be skinny. Too small. Look at him.
Sniper.
Look at him.
Yeah.
He has changed the league for good. But I want people to listen to what Bronny says during his conferences, right? He said, the person I want to be is the one. Not to be, but to be looked at or compared to.
Yeah.
D. White, Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday, I remember that one.
Look at what they have done in the league, right? They have earned a living and impacted winning on the highest level, right? And Bronny has what it takes to me, right? He's got a 40-inch vertical, my brother, right?
Yeah.
We are talking about D. Rose in his prime, right? And he can knock down threes, right? So if you are playing with Jason Tatum in your Drew Holiday and they're doubling off of him and you're hitting 11 threes in a row, if not 10 in a row, when you're open, what would happen if they double off Jason? How many are you going to have? And if you are jumpy like he is, the bounce is there. How are you not going to get to the ring, bruh? If they double, Nicola, and then you are in the dunker spot, go upstairs. Just get your thing. Just get your thing, right? I'm sorry for the mic was moving around because I'm fired up right now. But really, I think he is NBA level, just that people are looking at everything people look at, statistics, but they're not looking at the vision, the bigger vision, where he is not trying to be LeBron.
Yeah, he's not trying to be. And I mean, obviously, it's the start of what it's going to be. If he's going to make the NBA, all this talk is going to come, and even worse. Obviously, that's what people do. And he's not the first son whose dad has been the NBA as a player or as a coach. So he definitely knows that the pressure is coming. And, everyone is now saying that even his brother has more potential, Bryce. That's what people are saying. But, I mean, if he believes he can do it, why can't he? He's not the first, not the last, just because he has the pressure of being LeBron's kid, who's one of the greatest players, if not the second greatest.
I think people look at it and they're like, LeBron came in and he was good right away. That doesn't have to be Bronny. Yeah. Bronny can come in, take 1 year to adjust to whatever the league does. Give him grace. People, we just do much anyways.
Yeah, bro. So Bronny's story is not going to be easy, but we'll see how it goes, especially because the draft is almost, and every rumor is that the Lakers dropped LeBron because LeBron wants to play with his son. The Dallas Mavericks want to drop, obviously, because LeBron admitted that if a team has a strategy of drafting Bronny, most likely LeBron will leave Lakers because he has a player-free contract, which means he can go anywhere he wants. So that's what teams are planning to do. We shall wait and see if by the second round he's drafted, and we shall wait to see the team that drafts him. Will it be the Lakers? Will it be Cavs? Will it be New York? Because we saw. Imagine LeBron with Steph Curry. That'll be crazy. But they're old. They're old.
Yeah. I mean, you can look at the Magic and Bird type of thing. Anyways, we'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. We wish him the best, and they'll try to bring him down, but we hope it all goes well for him. And who do you think will be the next person to the league? Shea, Luka, and
I always think the question who is going to be the face of the league is never clear to what factors we look at for them to be.
Who do you think is going to carry the league? Obviously, the league for the past 10 years has been carried by KD, Steph, and LeBron. Who do you think will be the next face of the league? Like when you talk about NBA, these are the people the box office people. There's Wemby, there's Shea, there's Ant. Who do you think is going to be that guy that everyone knows and is going to attract customers, who's going to market the game?
I mean, you look at Shea and Wemby's jersey sale this year, it was really, really good. Yeah. And you can't think, although Wemby is still on a bad team, so it's really hard to tell what is it going to be like, or the story is going to be going forward. But I think let's first see the old wave go through, right? Because I still think LeBron still holds the keys. But Ant-Man, or Anthony Edwards, as they call him, he has been showing signs, I guess. And mostly his personality allows him to do that. He's a likable character, but so is Wemby, so is Shea. But I think it's going to come down to who wins first, because in NBA, sometimes it's always about business in some way. But also look at what the NBA wants, right? We can talk about what it can be, but what does the NBA want? I'm looking at an international player that can get global recognition, which means wider market to reach as the NBA. So Wemby has a better shot at it when we look at it that way.
And obviously the international players are taking over the league. Wemby from French, Rudy Gobert from French, Shea from Canada, Murray from Canada, Embiid. Well, now he's playing for USA, but he can play for France.
Let's skip that. That is a complicated one.
Jokic Serbia,
Embiid.
Luka Slovenia. Almost everyone was Giannis Greece. So it's only pretty much Jason Tatum moves from the US and Anthony Edwards. Because almost every other player has taken over the league is international. So the US needs that guy from the US who is going to take over, which most likely going to be Anthony Edwards, or Devin Booker. But we shall see about Anthony, especially because he's played so well in this series. We wish him the best in the series. But let's talk about the Knicks and the Pacers. One of the most interesting series. Actually, one of the most interesting teams in this playoffs has been the New York Knicks because the way they play, even if they get 5 injuries in their rotation, they will still play.
Yeah, that is actually funny. Like, how do you play with no guys? Like, she's not there, bro. How are you still playing?
The New York Knicks are very fun to watch. Trust me. Man. I've watched more Knicks games than Lakers games, obviously because Lakers have been eliminated. But I've watched them the next most. These guys are very interesting to play, especially now they are 3-2 up. Do you think the Pacers will get it to Game 7, or do you think the Knicks close it out tomorrow?
Nah, I think the Knicks are gonna close the deal. They don't want to take longer to prepare for the conference finals, which means I already have them to advance. Because when I look, but it's Hali at home. Right, you can't ignore that. Like the Hali on the road and at home is completely different. Like completely different. So I'm gonna give some grace to Halliburton, but also I'm gonna say that given how Jalen Brunson has taken the NBA by storm, I think he's gonna deliver and close the deal for good. And yeah, I think the Knicks are winning it and not getting.
I think the Pacers will win game. I think the Pacers will tomorrow because season is on the line. They don't want to go home at home. Halliburton plays very much better at home than on the road. I think they had a very bad game 5. I think they'll win tomorrow, but the Knicks will close it out because they are going back to the most famous arena in the world, the most known, the loudest audience in the world.
No, it's been louder than ever this series.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So that's when they'll close it out for me. But we shall have to see what happens. Speaking of, lastly, our last segment will be, what are your predictions for the conference finals? Obviously, there's only one team that has made it to the conference finals, which is the Boston Celtics, which is pretty much not a big deal because that's the expectation that we made from them. You had Draymond Green say in his... Yeah, he said no one cares. Even if they reach the NBA finals, they need to win it for people to care because their team is too good for anyone to care if they reach the conference finals. So which other 3 teams do you think will make the conference finals? Obviously, Celtics, and I think you've talked about the Knicks. What about on the other side of the country, the western side? What do you think makes the conference finals?
Give me Denver and give me Mavs. Yeah.
And Mavs.
Yeah.
Denver Mavs. Who do you think goes to NBA finals?
Denver all day, all night.
Boston, New York.
Oh, jeez. You see, that's the problem. Like, the New York Knicks are unpredictable, right? They are, like now, you don't know whether OG is going to be back. And if he's back, we are talking about a different team, right? But given the supporting cast mostly of the Celtics.
They have too much power.
Like we haven't seen the Boston Celtics. Because nobody has challenged them to actually play their best, right? So I'm still like, Knicks, I love you, but man, these people haven't been tested. If you test them, they might give you all the bitterness from, I don't know, whatever. So give me Boston.
Yeah. And I think that is the exact that has had Jason Tatum's MVPs and hype because the first half of the season until January, Jason was balling, but after January, it was too easy that he would play 20 minutes in a game like a bench player. Like they were using him off their bench after January. So he wasn't really in the MVP conversation. They're too good. So I think they have too much firepower for the Knicks. I'm not saying the Knicks are not good. They'll definitely win at least 2 games.
They might even win 3. Given what they do, they might win 3.
Game 7? Nah, I think there's no Game 7. I think there's no shocks. I don't think Boston loses the game at home. Well, they're actually better on the road than at home. But
we can make those predictions when they play game one, and we can see.
Yeah, game one is a really important. It's really important. But usually Boston, when they're to lose their home court advantage, they lose the game two at home. They usually win game one. Well, not just this whole postseason. So they usually lose the game two. So game one, I'm expecting the Boston to take it. Then you have to pick up. And obviously, the OG talked about OG and Nobby being back and KP being out. That may be a big factor because KP is a really vital piece, to stretch the flow, offensive rebounds, and obviously the Knicks do a lot of offensive rebounds. That's the issue their play. Offensive rebounds on Jalen Brunson.
Game plan. Josh Hart flying everywhere. Mike Knights and popcorns.
Josh Hart, the best, shortest big man. I think that's his title. So we'll see how it goes, but doesn't look like the Knicks will give them. It will definitely get at least a game or two because there's Madison Square Garden, and Boston usually fumble at least one game at home. So, but the Boston have enough firepower to win the NBA Finals. Now, NBA Finals, what do you think makes it? Celtics or Nuggets?
Oh, Jesus Christ, that's the toughest one of the night. Man, I respect Denver, bro. I do respect Denver so much that when I look at KP, but at the same time, it's like the Boston has not showed you who they are, Like they've been playing easy. Come on, it's a game.
They had easy teams,
They have not had where they have to take it from the other team and grab it by force. So,
and that could be a very big advantage to them and a very big disadvantage. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Because the Denver has now gotten used throughout the postseason, the playoffs. They've gotten used to the tight games, the clutch games. Obviously, against the Lakers, we had 3 clutch games, a game within 5 under 5 points differentials. But the Boston Celtics are used to either blowing out a team or losing by being blown out. Yeah. They haven't really had that much situations in this series because they've won 4-1 first round, second round they've won 4-1. So the finals now they most likely win 4-1 again or 4-2. So NBA finals will be tricky because the Celtics, it may be an advantage to them. KP hopefully will be back by then. So full strength against the Nuggets. But it will be a good, interesting one. I don't have any prediction. But we all need, the whole world needs Celtics to win. We can't have a defending champion win twice in a row. We can't have that. It's not fair. So, and then
they can repeat. Who knows?
Disadvantage. Yeah, who knows? And maybe a disadvantage to the defending champions because they played a lot of tough games, and longer games. So they're tired. They're out of steam. But it could be an advantage because they're used to that situation. The defending champions give them props. So it may be a tough one. Yeah. Any other comments before we close it off?
No, I think the playoffs have been fun. Very, very fun this year. Yeah. Lots of free playing without drama. I know there's been a couple here and there, but it's been a great experience, and I think moving forward, it's even going to get better with the conference finals coming up. And, let's tune into the next, analysis and episodes to come. But, I don't have any more comments.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining us. Once again, please like, subscribe, and share, and comment our videos. And be tuned in for next week because we're bringing you a big, big, wonderful segment again. Join us. Thank you for watching us on the Welcome to the Game Today podcast by Malcolm and Claret. See you next time. Bye.
Peace out.